What's up everybody, Jesse here, and as it turns out the rumor published by Eurogamer holds more weight than we thought. Today Nintendo has filed some patents and they seem to go along with Eurogamer's statement perfectly. That being that the Nintendo NX will be a dedicated handheld console that features detachable sides that will act as a controller when the main console is docked on a base that will allow it to charge and be displayed on a TV. We can see in the patent images that the buttons can detach from the screen itself. Again, I want to point this out. What we see is an example image, so rest assured it will more than likely feature the 4 face buttons that we see in the image, as well as L and R buttons and 2 analog sticks. Especially if this is supposed to run modern games like Breath of the Wild, and especially if they're wanting third parties to bring their games over as well. The source of this news comes from NeoGAF, where member Disorientator says, so 3 Nintendo patent applications were published today. They seem to be a continuation on the concept also discussed here, which basically talks about a portable device with an infrared camera, distance sensor, etc. 2 of them seem to explore hand gesture tracking functionalities as in the older patent in more detail, but the third one is a bit more interesting, especially in the regards of the latest Nintendo NX rumors. It talks about detaching an accessory, physical buttons, to the side of the portable device, and using the infrared camera to read the button presses instead of actually using any form of electrical connection between the 2. It took me a while to realize, but this basically means that the accessory, physical buttons in this case, doesn't have to contain any electrical components, thus significantly lowering its cost, as it's basically a plastic shell with the camera's software doing all the work. Some issues about the patents that are raised by him are that the same infrared camera setup must be installed on the other side of the device if 2 attachable accessories are to be supported, which means a higher cost. Will latency be an issue? How fast can the infrared camera software detect the button presses without errors? What about analog sticks? The patent shows the detection of rotational movement, like turning a knob. How would something similar work for the analog sticks, and how precise would it be? So what are your guys' thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe for more news, rumors, theories, and leaks.